Other than that, the only other item I'm gonna take your time on, this evening, under the mayor's report is on the radon testing. We did, get most of the testing back from the other, city facilities that were tested. Buildings with no basements, no surprise, have really no problems. The, fire department rated a 1, police 1, public works break area 1, senior center main room 0.2. Some of the shocking things that came back, I'll say shocking, was that our readings for City Hall, to a large degree, actually came in on the second testing at higher rates, even up to in the basement area where we had the initial 27, came back on the second testing as a 52. So we actually ended up getting the preliminary of these results only about 15 minutes after the council meeting on Friday, which to some degree kind of validated the deliberations that you undertook in regard to this building. The only two buildings that we have any concern with, the building inspector's residence next door, the basement is an elevated level of 9, and the main floor an elevated level of 6. So just over, if you remember the EPA's standard averages of 4. The social services building next door, how they come out, I don't know. Basement's a 10, main level's a 4, and the upper floor is a 10. So we'll be undertaking some steps over there. And they're already aware of the readings as well and are taking steps to ventilate and go from there. Not gonna do any displacement of the staff at this time. The upstairs portion of that is used for storage, so not a lot of activity there. The main floor and then in the basement, there's certainly where they deal with the children on a daily basis back and forth. But again, not quite, so there's no way to make this sound good. And not quite as much of an urgent need because of the usage and the hours of the building and on and on and on. But we've already contacted Cascade Radon as they wrap up this facility to start doing a little bit of poking around over there and give us some estimates on what's needed over there. The building next door for the building inspectors will certainly do some mitigation over there, but I have a feeling it's probably gonna be pretty light. We don't use the basement for anything at all. So all of the, matter of fact, we use just the main floor, so we'll start working into both of those and moving from there. Trevor, do you want to give the update on the radon mitigation for this building and their hopeful timeline at this point?
Yeah, I spoke to the contractor this afternoon. They finished up all the piping work. They've done all their core laterals, where the foundation stops or the basement stops, and it goes to at grade. Like we're at grade in chambers, and then Joanne's office, north wing, and then towards the back of my office, towards the library. They've got those spots to be able to capture the radon before it comes into the facility and then vent to atmosphere. So they're gonna be ready for startup tomorrow. 48-hour turnaround on radon. I'm hoping to have staff mobilized back in by May 3rd. So, with no hiccups.
So it's possible that your first day in the building, you'll have lots of people moving in with you.
Yeah. Carry boxes together.
And Sean, I got a question.
Yes.
So is this the first time we've had radon testing done, or do you know if there's been previous radon testing done?
It's the first time that we've had certified testing done. My understanding is that the building official did some testing with a unit last spring and found some elevated levels.
Oh, okay. And that the information wasn't brought forward, or no action taken on it, or?
From what I've seen so far, the information was brought forward and no action was taken.
Okay.
Any other questions on radon?
Are we gonna be displacing anybody at the house?
No. No, those levels are so small, we'll go ahead and start ventilating now to begin mitigating that. And they're elevated by two picocuries, so.
Second one, if we're gonna be back in by Monday, would it be advantageous for us to start moving stuff like over the weekend?
Sure.
Yeah, if everything goes as planned, I mean, that's Contractor's pretty anxious to get the testing going, just get that baseline
I
for
heard
the,
that going.
Yeah.
for the post-test.
I see what your
So-
urgency is.
But yeah, I think that's good recommendation, things are cleared out of the way.
Just make sure and double check with Trevor before you do that, we've got the green light. We'll certainly probably let everybody know if possible. And matter of fact, if you're able to mobilize over the weekend, then it may be something that will give some time to staff on Friday afternoon to pack their boxes and even just put them in their personal vehicle so they're coming here on Monday if that's the direction we're headed. Council members, Dave?
Different subject?
Yep.
Molly, did you want to talk about radon?
No, I'm done for now.
Let's hope we all are.
Okay, real quick. I've become aware that the C-Tran board is staffed on a rotational basis with people from smaller cities in the county. And the next time an opportunity comes up, I would like to serve. Done a lot of research in that area.
I think, we're in a Washougal year this year, so we'll be back to Camas again next year, if I'm correct.
I need to go back to the records.
Yeah, I would have to look at the
I think I had to sign off on Linda continuing for C-Tran, and Paul had to sign off on Molly continuing for RTC for this year. I think, but.
I'd give that a high reliability.
Molly?
If Paul has time this week, I'd like to work on a resolution I won't say support of a farmer's market, or to a resolution identifying the value of a farmer's market in our local area. So I've been getting calls from the farmer's market folks, and they want to know if they can move ahead and move forward, and I said yes. I mean, I think that the issues that they had set forth, the plan that they presented to us was fairly straightforward. There's absolutely, they're aware that there's no financial commitment to the farmer's market or promotion unless it's in a newsletter or something of the farmer's market.
If I can piggyback on that, I have a MRSC document that suggests that the question was asked whether the city can provide a public facility like that without charging rent. And MRSC responded basically that under the current environment, the answer is yes, and that just to cover any issues, it would be wise if we passed a resolution which said nothing more, doesn't have to say anything more than that the council makes a finding that there is a public benefit to having a farmer's market.
I think in this case, your strength is as well that we don't even have a rental fee for Reflective Plaza that I'm aware of, so.
No, not
Yeah.
currently.
We wouldn't charge anybody.
Right.
But no,
So.
certainly if you need some assistance from
That's-
Don or Scott, just.
That's basically it, and I will try to get some wording together and give it to you to run past Don, and then you can send it out before council or whatever.
So I think when I talked to Mary Hargrave this last week, when she called me, they had 20 vendors committed and had another
Yes.
pot full of them in the works. Some of them even produce vendors.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Farmer's market?
Yeah.
Oh, anything else?